Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today I'm going to show you how to set up for the first time this brand new Eufy E20. This has a portable carpet cleaner in it. We're going to unbox it, put it together, connect it to our smartphone, have it map our house, and then I might try to use it a little bit just to give you an idea of how it works. I did buy this with my own money. I spent $1,300 on it. It's already on sale for $1,000. So I will put a link to it in the show description notes. If you end up purchasing using my link, the product won't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. And I will be comparing this later on in another video to the Eufy S1 Pro. And we'll also see how it stacks up against some of these really popular Eufy, Dream, and Mova robots, and even the Narwhal. So be careful. These robot boxes are getting extremely heavy. This took 2 people to carry, so be careful. It does have handles on the side, which I highly recommend. But anyway, let's get into unboxing it. This is probably going to be the manual. I'm not sure. There's a QR code there. Oh, we do have it. No, it's a safety product. Yeah, that usually doesn't have any information in it. Okay, here's this. That's going to be heavy, I'm pretty sure. This is the robot. It's even heavy. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some disassembly. Nothing's coming out real quick. Okay, grab this handle, take that out. It's got a cord, it's in the box. Okay, now we've got some stuff here. Maybe now we can take, now the robot comes out. Ooh, what a thing, that is heavy. Wow, that is extremely heavy robot. Now we've got this, and looks like we got, this isn't super heavy. That last piece was the docking station. It's actually not very heavy. Now there looks like a hidden piece here. That looks like the ramp. I don't think this is anything, no. So there's nothing else in here. Here's the robot itself, very well protected, but it's heavy. So we're gonna get all this out and lay everything out. So here's everything that comes in the box. Here's the portable spot cleaner. Here's the robot. Here's the base station. We do have this ramp. You're gonna wanna install the ramp, and then this tray was kind of loose. We're going to need to install that too. That's just gonna snap down in there like this. This spot cleaner is gonna sit on top of the base station. Let's talk about the base station first. So here is the dust bags. You are going to have to change this dust bag about every 2 or 3 months. It's got like a different opening there, so this will be like a special dust bag you will have to buy. But easy to change. There's a big electrical connection here, some water lines. This is where you're going to put the Eufy Clean solution. It's a little tricky to get open. Now it doesn't come with any solution, but there's a little chamber down here. They recommend only using the Eufy Clean solution. So let's fill that up. Again, it doesn't come with the solution. You don't have to put solution in here. You could just put solution in the clean water tank, which I'll show you. Now around back, it doesn't have a cord. The cord is on the portable cleaner and it's 9 feet long. It's got a really long cord, 3-prong. Here's what the bottom of it, there is a little spot there. You could take that little duct off if the auto empty system gets clogged. Okay, let's take a look at the docking station. There's where it's gonna fill the robot. Now, the base station doesn't clean the mop roller. The robot is what cleans the mop roller, but the robot has to empty its dirty water tank. And that's where it's gonna empty it into here, and then it gets sucked into the dirty water tank. And it's gonna dry the mop roller with hot air. There's where it auto empties everything out into the dust bag. We got charging points right here. And then you are gonna have to take this tray out. That's just a little rubber tube that is flexible. You'll have to take this. Let's switch gears over to the portable spot cleaner. It's gonna have the clean water tank and the dirty water tank for both the spot cleaner and the base station. We're gonna be putting it over here. Here's the hose. There's a hose cover, and then here's what the hose looks like. And we've got, I'm gonna be showing you all of this, and then I think that's a self-clean. Yeah, some bristles. This is gonna have suction, but we're gonna wanna make sure and store this so that we can put this on. Again, it's got a really nice handle. We got a power button here. Here's what the bottom of it looks like. There's where that connection's gonna be. There's the water line connections. Here's like a suction connection. And it says, now 100 volts, 50 to 60 hertz. Uses 130 watts. Around back there is some cord wrap, and when it's dust collecting, it uses 900 watts. When it's cleaning, 400 watts. Okay, let's take this, let's lift it on top. There. So that's gonna stick out a little bit. And then that will be sort of flush. So there. There. That's how it sticks on there, like that. Looks like everything's... On the side here, there is a little foam filter. I'm not sure what that's used for yet, but a little filter. And now here's the clean water tank. And then you're gonna take this, you're gonna open it. They say only use the Eufy clean solution. It says don't use anything else. Looks like there is a filter down in there to the intake you might have to clean, but I'm not sure how you're gonna get to it. Yeah, because this doesn't come open. Oh, that lid's the only thing that opens up. There's a light there that's gonna tell us different things. Now back here's the dirty water tank. There's where it goes in. Here's what this looks like now. There's a note here to let you know that this latch is really important. So there's what it looks like. That's where all the dirty water is going to go. But when you close this, it says make sure that clicks, or water, you might get a mess. Front to back, 18 inches. Left to right looks like about 14 and a half, almost 15 inches. Now height-wise, it's not super tall. Up to the handle's about 17. But this dirty water tank, you have to be able to lift it up almost 24 inches to get that out. Okay, let's switch gears over to the robot now. It has LiDAR navigation. It looks like we have an LED light on the front. I'm not sure if that's a camera or something, but it says it keeps everything local to protect your privacy. Let's take these bumpers out. It's got the front bumper. We got a sensor over here, power switch and a home switch. It looks like there might be a light there to let us know when it's mopping. We've got a dirty water tank. Again, this is where it's going to fill the robot up. Alignment pins, charging. I think this is where it's going to suck the dirty water out. So there's a probe that's going to go in there and suck. This is the dirty water tank. So let's go up here. This is like a plastic top that's clear. Here's the dust bin. Lift this lever. I like that it's got a nice large filter. There's a lever here. Open that up. That's going to expose the filter. You will have to clean this once in a while. It is reusable, so you can wash it and then let it air dry. And then there's another chamber here. Yeah. Kind of a small dustbin. I like that it has a nice big screen. You'll have to clean this once in a while. So let's put, there's like a little metal thing for the filter, so you'll have to make sure that's right there. And then make sure the handle's up, down. Let's see how tall it is to the top of that LiDAR. 4.5 inches tall. Now this bumper sticks up a little bit too, so that's about 3 3/4. Overall size is about almost 15 inches, and then front to back about 13.5. Here is a release for the dirty water tank. Press that, and then the dirty water tank's going to come out. Now, when the robot's powered on, when you press this button, that's also going to force that roller, or that roller will release and come down, and then there's a release button right here to press. I'm not going to take the roller out yet, but when it's powered on, it's a lot easier to get the roller on and off. So this is the dirty water tank. It's got a scraper. The scraper is permanently attached. You are going to have to clean this dirty water tank. There is some maintenance to it once in a while. So, looks like, you know, this all comes apart. There is a handle. I like these little handles to take that off. A lot going on with these dirty water tanks. Close this, make sure that's nice and flush so it fits. These are just some extra filters. They come out, yeah, like little filters you got to clean once in a while. And another one here. This all comes assembled, but you're gonna have to learn how to take these apart and clean them. Little roller. So again, there's really no drain on the bottom. It's gonna have to suck the dirty water out of that little check valve. And then you just slide it on until it clicks. Here's the bottom of the robot. It has a roller, and that roller is 11.5 inches wide, drive wheels. There's where it's gonna auto empty the dustbin out the bottom. It's got a split brush roller for vacuuming, 2 side brushes. One of the side brushes, it can extend. These are fall off sensors so it doesn't fall down your stairs. It does have a carpet sensor right here. More fall off since this one just spins free. Again, this one's does not, it just turns only, more fall off sensors. And we always want to be really careful of that LiDAR sensor on the bottom. Now this all comes assembled, but let's just take it apart. This is going to be a little tricky. So this, pinch these, this comes off real easy. Now, these are kind of tricky, but they've got this little diagram up here, which is really important. So pull it to the middle, rotate it, and then you got to pull it off. So this part is going to stay. There's like little hinges and there is a comb down here, but this comes off for easy cleaning. Bristles, it does have sort of a taper to it. This is for long hairs, so long hairs don't get stuck or wrapped around the roller. They're going to get to the center. Putting it on can be a little trickier too. Kind of, you got to line it up first. There, click it on. Now make sure it's this way, rotate down and then in. So if you follow the steps, it works, but so pull out, rotate, and then pull out. Again, this doesn't come out as far as I can see. There's a comb down there. Let's put it back in. There. Rotate out, down, and then back in there. Again, here's what this looks like. Put the front feet in, rotate it, there. Now the only manual that comes with it, there is one online, but is this piece of cardboard that comes with it, which shows you. So we're gonna put the base station up against the wall, 1.6 feet clear on either side and about 4 or 5 feet in front of it. Okay, let's fill the clean water tank up. Now they're very specific. Don't put any cleaning solutions in here, but I may try that eventually. Now let's get the dirty water tank. I always recommend some Listerine mouthwash. This is going to prevent all the odor. Just a couple squirts in there. You'll want to do this every time you empty this dirty water tank. And again, that's very important. They're saying make sure that clicks. Now be careful. I was filling this up and that handle holds a bunch of water. That's weird. I wish that didn't do that. Or maybe. Does it drain? No, it doesn't drain into there. So if your handle has water in it, it's going to have water in it. Be careful when you're filling it up. Okay, I got the dock plugged in. Again, it's got a 9-foot cord and there's lots of cord wrap. So dirty water tank, I got a red light, but that should go away. There, turned white. Now that QR code that comes with it, it does have a really nice manual you can download. So I do recommend that. It's got a lot of information in there. I wish it came with the robot, but it's only on that QR code. Now Eufy has 2 apps. I think the Eufy Clean app's eventually going to go away. I don't know that, but they've got this new app that does their security cameras, and I think they're both about the same. I don't know, but I think they're probably going to go to this new one. And see, you've got favorites, security, care. It's under clean. Yeah, these are my robots. So, and I will be comparing this to the S1 Pro. That's going to be its biggest competitor, I think. All right, let's click the little add button. We want to add a robot S. Is this? No, this is an E series. The 3-in-1 E20. Nope, that's not what I want to add. So that might be the one, the family. No, yeah. We got to try it. Let's turn it on. Press and hold the power button for about 3 seconds, I think. I don't see any lights. Okay, that thing came out, so be careful. That was weird. Took about 3 seconds. I don't know exactly where the lights are. Oh, they're on the buttons right here. Okay. Powered on. Press and hold. So I did see this in the instructions. You're going to press and hold these 2 buttons until it says Wi-Fi reset.
Wi-Fi has been reset.
Okay.
Follow the instructions.
Click the little checkbox. Next. Searching. Again, I've got this tablet. This is my iPad Air. It's on the same Wi-Fi that eventually I'm going to connect this to. Hopefully it finds it. If not, I'll let you know. Recon or rescan. Okay, it didn't find it. All right, let's go to the other app. Let's hit add device. There it is. So on the old app, and then it found it. So okay, use the old app, and then it'll convert over. But anyway, it found. I put this into Wi-Fi pairing, and when I opened it, it just popped up. So now, select your Wi-Fi, 2.4 gigahertz only Wi-Fi. Select your Wi-Fi with that little arrow, and then type your password. Now, this pop-up can be confusing. My SSID, which is the name of my Wi-Fi network, has a space in it. That's okay. I mean, they don't want you to have spaces, but it does, and it works fine. Where they don't want spaces is in your password. So at first I used to think I typed my password wrong. It's because I have a space in my name of my Wi-Fi. So hit continue.
Connecting Wi-Fi.
All right, we're connecting. The robot is speaking to me, and I don't have it in the dock yet. Eventually I'm going to be putting it in the dock.
Successful.
Okay, it says successful. We've got a counter. All right, let's see what's going on. Ooh, okay. We are, there it is, right here. Or it says it's offline, but I agree. Get ready. Of course, there's an upgrade now. Let me put it in the dock. And I can't stress, this robot's heavy. Compared to these other ones, you could drop this. It's very heavy. It's very back end heavy. So let's put it in there.
Charging.
It's charging. Now let's do the upgrade. Apparently I got to do this first. I guess I could cancel, but I'm going to upgrade now. Okay, there's where it says I could do it later. So I like that option, but we're going to go to 4.0. So let's do it now.
Please wait. System updating.
All right, I'll let you know how long this takes. We got a status going across. Okay, that only took a couple minutes, and then it says it's successful. I'm going to turn auto upgrade on. I haven't had a problem with that yet. So now I hit back. It's still showing this. Hit cancel. Okay, let's go into the robot. There it is at the top. Now it's not going to have a map, probably. We're going to have to, first thing we're going to do is create a map. And normally there's a pop-up, but let's go map, manage map. Map saving, let's turn that on. If you have multi-floor houses, I'm going to turn it on. Mapping, get started. Here's your mapping tips. Make sure you open the doors, pick up toys, arrange furniture how it's normally going to be.
Quick mapping.
Okay, so by hitting that get started, it's in mapping mode. It's undocked. We're going to open up doors, kind of put things where they normally go. It's going to randomly go around your house. It's not really cleaning, it's just mapping. And it's going to create that map. Ooh, that map looks different now. But we'll see how when it's finished. But I like how you're getting a real world, that's a 3D map. This is interesting. I've not seen this in Eufy before. Okay, so I thought it would try that other app. It says the device is not supported. So the Eufy Clean app is what you have to use. I apologize for that. I would have assumed the newer one would work. Okay, mapping didn't take very long at all. This is new. It's different looking than I'm normally used to. It looks pretty fancy. That's a fancy map. It's got lots of directional control. So very interesting. I'm noticing a bunch of pop-ups now. They're wanting you to buy stuff all the time. So it's a little weird, but okay. we need to edit the map, but boy, they did a pretty good job. It's going to show you where the carpet is. Now, it just shows you where the carpet was during the run. You have to do a full house clean, and then it's going to show you right where all the carpet is. And that's what I recommend doing first, is do a full house clean with just vacuum only. That activates the carpet sensor, and that way you're not wasting a bunch of water cleaning the floor, you know, but you can do a full clean with the mop pad also. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's go over let's do the map. Edit the map, and then we'll go over all the settings. So let's divide a room. I want to divide okay, so good. I'm glad it makes it into a flat. I was worried about it being 3D when you do all this. You really want this to be flat when you do this stuff. All right. I'm dividing a room. Select a room to divide. No, not that one. This one. And then you're going to move these till they're solid. If it's dashed, you can't do it. This map seems there's something going on. It seems a lot more accurate with what it's showing. It's hard to describe, and I'll know more about that later. So let's go back. We can rename, so it's important to put names on them. Let's call this one. We can do specific names. I like that. This is the corner test. And sometimes putting certain names with certain ones, you know, they do different. I'm learning. I don't know if this one's like when you put kitchen, it cleans it differently. So you can it's important to go around and do all the names. That way it's just easy to see. Merge, divide. So say we have, I have 2 rooms I need to merge. Let's click the merge button. This hallway and this one. It's funny how it knew that was my office. And then let's merge this and this. And then I'm gonna divide that hallway up. Okay, no-go zones. You can add some that you know it's gonna get stuck on. I know over here, it's gonna get stuck. So you can add a no-go zone, a no-mop zone, or a virtual boundary. So if you put a virtual boundary, like it's not gonna go through that door. So let's do a no-go zone. And you can add these later when you figure out what's going on. Like when you realize, it keeps getting stuck over here, just go add a no-go zone right there. You can make these whatever size you want. And then hit the little check mark right here. Success, rename carpet. So carpet, add carpet. I'm gonna let the robot you can add carpet manually. Like I know this room is all carpet, but I'm gonna let it clean my house first and show me where it thinks the carpet is, and then I can fine tune it. Furniture, this is interesting. I don't normally play around too much with these, and I can add it later. Floor material, okay, what do we got going on here? So in my corner cleaning test, it's not wood, it's not tile, it's not marble. It doesn't let me show a direction either, so I could put other, but interesting. Tile, marble, terrazzo, that's it. So I'll put wood, but it doesn't let me pick a direction of the wood. Map display. So the default looks like this 3D, 3D. Okay, you can go back to 2D. The default is 3D. I typically don't like the 3D, but man, that's really cool. And it's really accurate. So map display, let's go to 3D, room names, obstacles. I'm gonna go back to the normal one. Okay, so this is your home screen. It shows it charging. There's the docking station. There's my no-go zone. I wish it was red. Let's go into settings. All right, base station settings. Auto drying, quick dry, standard, 3.5 hours or 5 hours, basically. That's for drying the mop pad. Auto empty is on. Frequency every 30 minutes. After every task, 15, 30, so I'll leave it on 30 minutes. Auto mop washing is on. Add detergent is on. even though they don't give you any detergent. Portable deep cleaner. We got settings for it. There's a power switch, hand brush, it explains. So the big one is the water spray. The other one's a self-cleaning tips. So no settings for it. Put it on a schedule. This is what I highly recommend. Put these on a schedule. You're not going to remember to go tell it to clean, but if it's bothering you, you can tell it to stop cleaning. Starting out, I would put whole house clean once a week and then mop all the floors once a week. And then you can up it as far as you'd like. Manage map, that's where multi-floor mapping, you could create a new map. Pick the robot up, take it to the second floor and hit create new map. Eufy lab, oh boy. Smart track cleaning. Once activated, you can use the wake up action to have the robot follow you and clean the floor along your route. This is so weird. So you kick the bumper and it's going to follow you. Stand with both feet facing the front of the wrist. There's a lot of, are you going to remember all of this? You know, it's off by default. I'm not going to turn that on. It seems pretty cool. Dirt inspection. So this one intrigued me. I saw this in the ad. When enabled, the robot automatically inspects the room after completing a full house cleaning to ensure no stains are left behind. Enabling this feature may slightly reduce cleaning efficiency. I don't know how it's going to do this. It's going to go around and look and see if it missed anything. I'm going to turn it on just because I was so intrigued by it. Let me see. There was a pop-up here. I want to read that. Oh, it has been activated. Okay. That's the 2 lab features. More settings. AI see things is on. So that's on by default. Again, I don't think this doesn't take pictures. I do recommend do not disturb is on. Make sure that's on or this thing will start in the middle of the night. Pet mode. It'll clean. Child lock. I've never used manual controls. You can manually move it around. Firmware update. Again, I've got that in auto on. I'm at 4.00. I'm sure there'll be some updates. This stuff looks new. Accessory services. This is where you're going to get notifications say it's time to change the side brush. Let's check the one that I'm always concerned the most about, and that's the filter. And there's a couple filters. There's a sewer tank filter, dust bag. Okay, let's go to this. It's never going to, should be replaced after 300 hours. That thing needs to be cleaned every couple weeks. As the work grows, dust will grow, is recommended to rinse the strainer filter with water every 20 hours and air dry. So you're not going to get a notice. I think you should get a notice on this. But if you wait to clean, that's that filter in the dust bag. I clean mine about well, I don't, but you should clean about every 2 weeks. The 360 hours, if you wait that long, that thing's going to be completely clogged. Dirty water reservoir. I like that it gives, this is nice. Gives you a little video. Excellent. You reset it and you can purchase it. So this is all, yeah. This is going to put me out of a job probably because I'm going to do a video on all of this. But if it's right here, you don't need to watch my videos. Noise canceling foam, cleaning solution, robot. Man, there's a lot of stuff here. Robot cleaning solution. Voice settings. English, you can change the volume. Off-peak charging. Activity upload, that's if you want to upload what's going on. User experience optimization. Find my robot and remove device. So there's all the settings and more settings. Device info. You can change the name. There's the model. Copy device info. That's it. Base station settings, auto join, yeah. I guess I just hit wash mop, sorry. So it's going to wash the mop. Normally it would do that before it started cleaning something, but it tells us it's washing the mop. Anyway, let's go up here. Now see the lights. It's probably filling the robot. The robot has an internal water tank. It's got to fill it. And again, the robot cleans the mop pad. The base station doesn't. It's just a receiver for the dirty water. It's different than these. These base stations actually do the actual cleaning. I don't know what that's for. It says it's mop washing. That is so weird. There's a bunch of air coming out right. I don't know if that was the auto empty. That was weird. It had something to do with the dirty water tank because I could smell Listerine out here. So I don't know if that was the auto empty or if that was part. That's going to be, that was super loud. If that's every time it cleans, that's going to be a problem. So it's been washing the mop for a couple minutes now. Okay. That was weird. So it's different than the Eufy S1. I'll just tell you that right now. It's drying the mop pads now, but the washing was different. I never heard the water coming out. That might have been the original loud suction we heard. And now it's mop drying. So this is intriguing now. So there's no quick access to the base station. Mop drying, let's stop that. Let's empty dust. It may have to wait till it's done drying. Oh. Okay, that sounded like the original one. That's emptying the dust bag. And it does it twice. Ooh, second one's louder. A lot of air coming out there. So the second one was louder than the first air. Now you can hear it spinning the rollers. They don't tell us a whole lot about this process. So you never know what to expect. But it's doing something. You can hear it spinning they're probably spinning them backwards. I don't know. Okay, and I don't see anything on the box about it. All right, let's try this one more time. Wash mop. Yeah, that's part of the washing of the mop. So I'm thinking that might be sucking the dirty water out of the dirty water tank part. Because you never really hear, like I hear a pump. Yeah, it's just hard to tell. They don't tell us the operation. Now I hear water going into the robot, and then I'll hear that brush roller spinning for about 2 minutes, and then it's done. So I never really hear like a dirty water tank or anything, or a dirty water pump. All I hear at the front is a lot of air at first. That must be sucking the water out. And it does it again. Right when it started spinning them, it does that loud suction again. Okay, sorry for that delay, but that was important, I think. Now, when you want to start cleaning, you can drag this up. It does have an AI feature, which it says it'll figure everything out for you based on, they don't tell us a whole lot, but you'd have to, it's off by default. You have to turn that on. And then I guess you can still control this stuff, but let's turn it off. You can do vacuum and mop, vacuum only. So there is no mop only function. There's 2 cleaning patterns. There's 3 water levels. That's it. And then there's 3 suction levels. And then if you figure something out, you could save this as there's a new thing called a common task. And then add as a schedule. This is really neat stuff here. Add as a manual task. Huh, interesting. And then you label it, test. And then those show up in this new tab called common, that's what they call it. So home is where you start it. You can do a room clean, but these are buttons that, say I want to do a room clean, I want to clean this room. And then I could click the little arrow. I want to do vacuum and mop, this, then I could save that automation, or I could turn the AI on. Cleaning times 1 or 2. So if I want to do a zone, There's a carpet zone. Oh, it picked the carpet zones for me. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Let's go to zone cleaning. So this is like I'm used to. This has a square, and you just put it there. You can add, so say the kids make a mess here and over here, you could have it do 2 areas called a zone. So that was this was interesting. Carpet cleaning, huh? And I guess you could, oh, you can deselect whatever carpet you don't want. I like that. That's interesting. Okay, I think we're done. Let's go back. Let's go to these 3 little, yeah, this is stuff here. No, I don't want to do that. Now, I've been playing around with matter. Looks like matter is so complicated. I've never really used it. The following do not, so the S1 and the E28 support matter. Surprisingly, not the S1 Pro. I'll play around with this. I'll do a separate video. I'm still learning matter. I've been connecting some of the Roborocks to it, and they work, don't work. It's all real weird right now. Smart integrations. Now these work pretty good. I love I won't say the name. So adding these is super. So wow. All you do is say that. Let Eufy start cleaning. Yeah, this is cool. So the name that you give it will be very important. Done. And then normally the other ones, you have to, well, a little bit more. Yeah, you have to link the account. Then you have to go to that app and do. I like the Apple ones because it's all integrated into the app. I don't know what widgets are. Got it. Themes. So this is in the old app, but maybe it's going to be the. Okay, let's do a room clean. I've got some muddy paw prints. I just told it to go start cleaning that room. So here's what it's doing. And then we're eventually, these are really muddy paw. I think it's gonna have no problem with that. That's loud. And then eventually, the next, I'll have it clean this room with corner cleaning and obstacles. Yeah, it shows, when it was making that really loud noise, it showed mud going down, like it was sucking the dirty water out. So I think that has something to do with like the portable spot cleaner. When it's cleaning something, it's gonna have really loud suction. They all do. So it's probably using the same motor for emptying the dirty water tank. All right, here we go. Exciting. Okay, I had to add my sticker. I'm pretty sure this will get adjusted at sticker seal approval, but I gotta let people know who I am, because I'll take this video and I'll break it up into some short videos, put it on Instagram and stuff. So it's vacuuming there. You know, surprisingly, it doesn't really need to extend that brush. Now it's going to struggle over here because those slats are kind of low, kind of messing with it. I've got it on maximum water setting. There's a register. So typically they see registers as stairs, like a fall off, and they'll try to avoid them, but sometimes they don't. Okay. So first thing it's going to do is going to go around the room, do the perimeter of the room first, and now it's going to do the floors. It's laying some water down. Now that definitely is not a light on the side, so. Okay, we're going to see how the Eufy E28 cleans up these muddy paw prints. Wow, they're disappearing. It did leave a little bit. I've got it. It has a dirty water tank and a brush roller. Ooh, it must have sensed that as dirt. Ooh, wow. It's doing a good job going over it. So it's spending some extra time on this really muddy area. All right, there's the app. So it's going around the perimeter of the room. It's going to do the second pass now. And it is able to lift that mop roller 10.5 millimeters whenever it senses carpet. So it's not mopping right now. You can kind of hear when it starts mopping again. You'll hear that brush roller going around. There's that brush roller. It's not a light on the side either. Doing an amazing job. Yeah, Eufy has some of, with these mop rollers, they have some of the best mopping robots. I'm gonna give it the test. Again, I had to do 2 passes. Did pretty good in the crevices, so ooh, would have liked to see it a little bit cleaner than that, but maybe needed 3 passes. So the first time it went left, right, now it goes like this. I wonder if it's going to do that, check the room, see if there's any, you know, because I enabled that where it is supposed to see if the room's clean. Again, they don't give you a lot of information. Maybe that's just when it's, or maybe it does it while it's clean. I don't know. They lacking on information, typical, but at least they're giving us a good robot. I'm pretty impressed with it so far. Except for this loud noise. That's going to be an issue, I think.
Start washing locked.
See, it showed mud going down, so it was emptying the dirty water tank. Okay, let's try. Let's try the portable spot cleaner. Unplug it. Grab the hand. Ooh, it's heavy. It's heavy. I was not expecting it to be that heavy. All right. Let's unwind it. I'll measure that. All right, 5 feet long, plugged in, 9 foot long cord. Turn it on. Now let's do the self-cleaning. It directs the fluid down the hose. So when you hit that, it doesn't shut off right away. It's kind of loud. Let's check the dirty water.
The dirty water tank is full or not in place. Please check.
Not a lot of dirty water. All right, it had a self-cleaning. It put a lot of water out. Self-cleaning button, that was the spray. This comes off by pressing this button. I can't get this off. I don't know if that's supposed to or not. So there's the two nozzles. One's for cleaning and self-cleaning, and one's for just putting water out. So interesting. Heavy, heavy, heavy. You got to make sure and coil it up, or it's not going to look right on the robot. Oh, maybe it does. I already forgot which way it went. Oh, it pokes out. Okay, that makes sense. Cover. All right, that's not too bad. That went together pretty good. Unplug. Heavy. Heavy. All right. Back in.
Charging.
Interesting. Okay, this is.
The deep cleaning machine has been returned to its position.
Is he going to do something? We never know. Oh, it's activated. It's drying the mop pad. That's what it originally was doing. Okay, let's see how the Eufy E28 does with obstacle avoidance and corner cleaning capability. Does a pretty good job in the corner. That is some of the best corner cleaning capability I've ever seen. Wow. Now it is kind of tall. It can't go underneath the furniture. All right, now it's going to go back and forth. I've got it vacuuming and mopping at the same time. Okay, looks like it has sensed that obstacle. That's a really hard obstacle to sense. That's a cable. There's a Lego toy over there. Ooh, it did almost back into that Lego toy. But it is avoiding the cable. All right. So it's going to stay well away from it. I'll show you the app. I don't think it takes pictures. It just kind of shows an obstacle. But that was some of the best corner cleaning capabilities I've ever seen. So it does show cable, yeah. Wires, no picture. Okay, it's gonna recognize the toy. That was tough because it was at an angle. Robots have the hardest time when they're over here and the obstacle's here. Although it's getting too close for my comfort. Ooh, oh man, these things, I mean, this is pretty good. It's no one's. Ooh, oh no. A Lego toy, it should have been able to see that. Oh, that's too bad. Just when you think they've arrived with obstacle avoidance, it doesn't. But cable was good. Corner clean. Look at this corner cleaning. That's amazing. I had zero expectations for the corner cleaning. But I've heard a lot of comments about square robots being the way to do it. This one's almost square, and I really couldn't see that brush extend. Not like Roborocks and Eufy or Dreams where they just extend really far, you know. This one didn't extend very much at all because it's already a square robot, so. And it did not identify that toy, so. Wow, just when you think. I could extend the side brush. That is really, really good corner cleaning capabilities. Wow. Amazing. Okay, let's go over the specs. Again, $1,300 retail. They do have it on sale for $1,000 right now. I bought this with my own money. Wasn't paid for this video. It is pretty heavy. I don't know that I need a spot cleaner with a robot, but if you do, this one's okay. It's a pretty heavy spot cleaner. 20,000 pascals of suction, mop roller lift, 10.5 millimeters. You know, I do see a couple weak points is that really loud emptying the dirty water tank at the beginning of the mop washing, and the brush rollers, how those were pretty fragile in my opinion and kind of complicated. Obstacle avoidance could have been a little bit better with that Lego toy. I'll be doing more testing, but actually it's a really good robot that does a good job of mopping. I think vacuuming is going to be pretty good. We'll be putting it through the test over here, and I'll be comparing it to the other Eufy robots and some of the more higher priced Roboroks and Dreams, even the Narwhal. I did get the brand new Narwhal Frio. I forgot what it's called, but I just got it. It's coming in the mail. Mova's releasing some new ones. That's the P10, the P50. I highly recommend. So be sure and check me out over on Instagram and TikTok. I'm doing some really fun videos over there, testing robots to failure. So let's go take a look at the basement. So the basement has really turned into something that's been really, I had no idea. Testing robots to failure. I've got two that have failed, Eureka J15, Roomba 10 Max. Q-Revo Max V has a lot of hours on it, and I had a LiDAR sensor failure, but I was able to spin it. It's working now. Learning so much. Brought the Saros 10 down here. Here we got, the Eufy S1. So this is what the biggest competitor for that one is. Don't recommend any Roombas. I put this through the testing. Over here we've got some more. I still have all my spot cleaner when I never did all my spot cleaners. So this is really interesting. I just did a video on the Eufy S1 Pro, the auto water adding system, which was kind of complicated. It does work, and you don't have to empty the dirty water, and you don't have to refill the clean water anymore. So it empties the dirty water automatically. There's a tube, there's a thing, but check that video out. That has really changed the game for the Eufy S1 Pro. It doesn't work on the Eufy S1, only the S1 Pro. And I'm also, it's really hard to test these, but I am trying them all in different robots. All these different floor cleanings. I did buy some Pine Sol, but I've got the pink stuff. They all seem to be working just fine. This one was a little tricky because it's like a milky substance, but it did fine in the Q-Revo. These are like soaps, so they're working fine. Here comes the S1 back here to the auto refill system. And so at my toilet, I just tapped on to the water line. Here's the drain line going into a drain. And so the main from the toilet comes here, fills this box up, and then the robot sucks the water out of this box. This is just an overflow in case that fails. But yeah, I guess it's not going to do anything right now. But the drain works. Everything works. I did a video on it. Lots of robot vacuum cleaner testing. So I run these things twice a day. I'm using quite a bit of water, but they're doing a good job, and I'm learning so much. I'm also posting these videos on YouTube as YouTube Shorts. So I'm working on a way to come up with and show you what my recommended robot vacuum cleaners are. Probably going to be a website or something. I'm just a one-man show. So I've got to figure that out. I may have to hire somebody or something. But anyway, I'll put links in the description. If you could use those links, it really does help me out. I get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can give you these honest reviews. Honestly, this looks like a pretty good robot, but it's kind of heavy. It's got some things that I don't necessarily like about it. I will be getting the E. There's another E that doesn't have the portable deep cleaner, I think. So I'll be getting that too. Hopefully that'll be the same robot, that was a pretty good robot. So again, if you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.